So, there's a guy on the American Thinker website who posts somewhat regularly. His name is Colin Flaherty. And he's whiter than I am, both literally and metaphorically. He's also older than me. And I responded to a piece of his on the American Thinker. I don't know if I'm going to upload it or not because I don't think it's up to snuff. And, I don't want to just put out shit. But at the bottom of the page, and some people get this, some people don't, there's this little blurb of like, oh, he's an author, and, here are some of his books, and go check out this book. And, sometimes they have a YouTube channel, as Mr. Colin Flaherty does. It's like, oh, here's his YouTube channel, go subscribe. And I went to his YouTube channel, because I'm a fucking idiot, and found two YouTube channels. There's Colin Patrick Flaherty, and then there's Colin Flaherty YouTube channel. I think they're run by the same person, because they have the same bullshit content. And it's the webpage of his YouTube page. Do you know like how they have the related channels on the side for some channels? One of the related channels on this motherfucker's page is Alex fucking Jones. For anybody else, that would be a gut check of maybe I need to reevaluate my life. When Alex Jones is a related channel, he's a fucking conspiracy theory merchant. He does not say shit that's real. Maybe I should, reevaluate my fucking life. Apparently this motherfucker has not had that revelation. Maybe he can't see it. But some of the fucking videos, all the content is basically black people do crimes, and here's all this evidence, And that's what all of his books are like. It's basically, black people commit all this black on white crime, and let's ignore all the other fucking violence that's happening in the fucking country. Like, let's ignore the fucking fact that a white guy said, "Get out of my country," to two Indian engineers who were there on valid visas and shot them. And it took a bystander stopping this motherfucker from him doing it to anybody fucking else. One of the fucking people who got shot, one of the Indian people who got shot, didn't fucking make it. The other one has. And the white guy who, jumped in and was like, "Stop this shit." He got shot. He's still fucking alive. But let's not talk about this shit, because it doesn't play into your fucking narrative of black people are fucking dangerous. Black people are the fucking... But, that's just a fucking whole mess of fucked up. So, he's written a couple books, and I'm on the Amazon page right now. And one of the books is called "Don't Make the Black Kids Angry: The Hoax of Black Victimization and Those Who Enable It." As I said before, this motherfucker's whiter than I am. Just saying, Just look at some of the, customers who bought this item also bought this. So, let's just look at some of these books. It has his first book, White Girl Bleed a Lot, which, I'm sure isn't just a bunch of, black people kill white people. And the subtitle to it is "The Return of Racial Violence to America and How the Media Ignore It." Racial violence has never fucking left. I don't know what fucking world you think we live in, but racial violence has always been a fucking thing. Next book is written by Talib Starks. And I don't want to be presumptuous, but I think Mr. Talib is black. But he's written some very weird books. First one's called Black Lives Matter. It's like Black Lives. Lies is crossed off, and it says Lies Matter. The Uncivil War, Blacks versus Niggers, which is in the related things. Knockout game a lie? Oh, hell no. Will Smith should fucking sue you for that, because that's his trademark phrase. It says, the most complete collections of links and videos on the Knockout game. That's written by Mr. Colin Flaherty. Into the Cannibal's Pot. Lessons for America from post-apartheid South Africa. White Identity. Racial Consciousness in the 21st Century. The War on Cops. How the new attack on law and order makes everyone less safe. Barbarians. How baby boomers, immigrants, and Islam screwed my generation. The People versus Muhammad. Psychological Analysis. Black Rednecks and White Liberals. And that's written by Thomas Sowell, who also writes for The American Thinker. Why Race Matters. Michael Levin. Adios America, the left's plan to turn our country into a third world hellhole. That's written by Ann Coulter. The Worst President in History, The Legacy of Barack Obama. The worst president in history. And it just so happens to be the only black president. Convenient. Downtown White Police. Demonizing the alpha cop. If it's anything like an alpha male, they deserve to be fucking demonized. Glorifying thugs. Presumably you're only talking about black people, not, people like Al Capone and Scarface and all those other fucking people. Please stop helping us. How liberals make it harder for blacks to succeed. SJWs always lie. Taking down the Thaw Police by Vox Day. Pretty sure that motherfucker is not. That's not his real name. Black racism, white victims. Reverse discrimination. Discrimination's discrimination, asshole. Black on white crime and other legal problems. Written by John Publius. Progressive racism. Race pimping, the multi-trillion-dollar business of liberalism. The antidote, healing America from the poison of hate, blame, and victimhood. The culture of critique, an evolutionary analysis of Jewish involvement in 20th century intellectual and political movements. That doesn't sound like something a white supremacist would fucking pen. Cuckservative, how conservatives betrayed America. We're really... Holy shit, we're going... There's just so much overlap between, conservatives who are out of their fucking minds and MRAs. Cop under fire. Moving beyond hashtags of race, crime, and politics for a better America. Intellectuals and race. No campus for white men. The transformation of higher education into hateful indoctrination. Trumping Trudeau. How Donald Trump will change Canada, even if Justin Trudeau doesn't know it yet. The death of cool, from teenage rebellion to the hangover of adulthood. Bullies. How the left's culture of fear and intimidation silences Americans. And that's written by Ben Shapiro. Really funny how you say this shit, but you're publishing a book and putting it on fucking Amazon. You've been so silenced, right? The Bell Curve. The War on Guns. Arming yourself against gun control lies. Utopian road to hell. Enslaving America and the world with central planning. In Trump We Trust. E Pluribus Awesome. By Ann Coulter. Redwood to Deadwood, a 53-year-old dude hitchhikes across America. Again, sadly, Colin Flaherty didn't fucking die. Trump's War, His Battle for America by Michael Savage, that retard du jour. Scorched Earth, restoring the country after Obama. Draining the swamp. How Trump's America First agenda will stop the unraveling of America and guarantee him a second term in the White House. Feeding Patriot Series, Volume 1. The Death of the West. How dying populations and immigrant invasions imperil our country and civilization. Funnily enough, we already know how that kind of shit, like isolationist shit goes. Japan, they're not too friendly to fucking immigrants, and their country's kind of collapsing, or at least it was. Because, like, all the young people have to provide for the fucking old people, and it's this whole thing. The 10,000-year explosion. How civilization accelerated human evolution. Gorilla Mindset by Michael Cernovich. Why does that sounds so much like a racist book? Just from the title. Gorilla Mindset. Hold Back This Day. The Redneck Manifesto. How hillbillies, hicks, and white trash became America's scapegoats. They do to themselves, really, They're the ones who are like, fucking the South will rise again, It's like, you motherfuckers make yourselves a lightning rod of retard. A Troublesome Inheritance. Genes, Race, and Human History. People's Republic. Wealth, Poverty, and Politics. The Hadith, A Taste of Islam, Volume 5. Imperium, The Philosophy of History and Politics. The Making of the President 2016, How Donald Trump Orchestrated a Revolution. Free Trade Doesn't Work. What Should Replace It and Why? 2011 edition. Race Differences in Intelligence. Just saying, this is the Colin Flaherty, this is what comes up with your customers who bought this item also bought racist books like Race Differences in Intelligence. MAGA Mindset. Making You in America Great Again. Fuck that shit. Mugged. Racial Demagoguery from the 70s to Obama by Ann Coulter. Righteous Indignation. Excuse Me While I Save the World by Andrew Bibar, who's dead, thankfully. Free Speech Isn't Free. How 90 Men Stood Up Against the Globalist Establishment and Won. Roosh V. Great fucking company, Colin. Great fucking company. The guy who, satirically, in the biggest fucking quotes I could possibly make, said that we should make rape legal on private property, and that would solve the problem of fucking rape. The Devil's Pleasure Palace. The Cult of Critical Theory and Subversion of the West. Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party. The Evolutionary Psychology Behind Politics. How Conservatism and Liberalism Evolved Within Humans. Whitey on the Moon. Race, Politics, and the Death of the U.S. Space Program. 1958 to 1972. Ironically, we did kind of send over Nazi scientists. Hillary Clinton, top 25 reasons she should not be elected president. In context, understanding police killings of unarmed civilians. Because there's a proper context, right? Liberalism is a mental disorder. Savage Solutions. And written by Michael Savage. The Tyranny of the Politically Correct. Totalitarianism in the Postmodern Era. Forbidden Thoughts by Milo, whose life fucking imploded. The Yankee Problem, An American Dilemma, The Wilson Files, Volume 1. Ethnic America, A History. Clean Cash, a graphic novel. Becoming a Barbarian. Hillary's America DVD and digital. Into the Cannibal's Pot, Lessons for America from Post-Apartheid South Africa. Guilty as Sin. Uncovering new evidence of corruption and how Hillary Clinton and the Democrats derailed the FBI investigation. This is going into fucking Beyond This Horizon, a white nationalist blueprint for tomorrow. but you're not fucking, racist. Sharia law for non-Muslims, A Taste of Islam, The Holy Bible, Hellstorm, The Death of Nazi Germany. Don't know how the fuck the white nationalist blueprint and the fucking Death of Nazi Germany can coexist, but Israelis' $5 trillion secret, Con Job, How Democrats Gave Us Crime Sanctuary Cities, Abortion Profiteering, and Racial Division, Race and Economics, How Much Can Be Blamed on Discrimination, probably a fair fucking amount, The Intimidation Game, How the Left is Silencing Free Speech, Liberal Fascism, The Secret History of the American Left, From Mussolini to the Politics of Change, alright, The Problem with Socialism, because, fucking capitalism's working out so well. Brainwashed, How Universities Indoctrinate America's Youth, by Ben Shapiro. Some people think that the fucking Jews are doing this shit. Again, white supremacist books are right next to this shit too, so. The People versus Barack Obama, The Criminal Case Against the Obama Administration, that worked out so well. Truth, Justice, and a Nice White Country. I am control print screening the shit out of that. Cause fucking hell, that is a special. That's right. That's literally right next to someone who's like, oh, fucking that doesn't matter. Almost tried to fucking click on the screenshot. Out of America, a black man confronts Africa. The burden of bad ideas. How modern intellectuals misshape our society. The Illuminati in Hollywood. Celebrities, conspiracies, and secret societies in pop culture and the entertainment industry. The truth behind the Black Lives Matter movement and the war on police. Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook. Factual Persuasion, Changing the Minds of Islam Supporters. Economic Facts and Fallacies. And the last page of the customers who bought this item also bought. Dismantling America and Other Controversial Essays. Prestone, Synthetic Brake Fluid. That's a weird thing. Life at the Bottom. The Worldview That Makes the Underclass. Against the State, an Anarcho-Capitalist Manifesto. Hitler's Revolution. Camp of the Saints. These are all books. These are all books that are under Colin Flaherty's fucking thing. Just saying, But there's no white supremacy in fucking there are three or four fucking white supremacist books in this shit. And there's also MRA shit too. That's the really funny thing. The man-osphere. It's rearing its ugly head on Amazon. I fucking love this shit. I love this one book, though. The Culture of Critique and Evolutionary Analysis of Jewish Involvement in 20th Century Intellectual and Political Movements. That's literally, the most subterfuged, the Jews control everything book, It's we don't want to say Jews rule everything. We don't want to mention Zog or anything like that. We're just going to say, they're in a lot of things. It's so fucking... I also love the fact that it's there's a Roosh V book. That's just fucking hilarious. Tata?